Howdy folks, Timber Drifter here. So I'm just sitting in the little clearing here in the woods where my house is, puffing on a cob full of Sir Walter Raleigh. Turned out to be a little bit of a blustery day. I've just been tinkering around back here. I got a whole lot of firewood that I cut a couple weeks ago, and it's about a 300 and some yard trail back to my place, not drivable. Not with anything I got anyway. So I'll be carting all that wood back here, so I was kind of working on getting my area cleaned up where I'm going to be stacking all that. And tinkering with various other things. It's full on spring, so it's nice, but I think we got a rain coming, so I've been trying to get some things taken care of. One of the things I've been tinkering on is this old Ideal double wash basin. I've got a ringer that fits it, and the rubber's still good on the ringer, so I'm working on getting this going, unplugged. It's not a motorized thing. You just use it to, rinse and agitate and soak your clothes and then wring them out. So I've found that kind of system to work pretty good for me in the past, as long as my clothes aren't ridiculously dirty. So tinkering with that, getting the drains cleared out. Probably repaint it. Or not today though. But yeah, and also got some of my tools out and went over them. Stuff that I'd picked up the last couple of years and just kind of stored away. This one was a little rusty. It's a brace. Old school drill. That's how they work if you haven't seen them before. Chuck like a regular drill. So anyway, and it's ratcheting also. It changes directions. So I've got a handful of these. I think I got 5 or 6 different ones, but I got this one out today because I want to tap a few birch trees and see if the sap's running yet. Not to make syrup with, just to drink. Maples are running. They're getting kind of funky already. It's a weird year. So working on that stuff, and also got my old Marlin Model 25 MN, 22 mag caliber rifle. It's unloaded. The reason I got this out, I don't really use it anymore. But at one time I did. This was my main, shooting for fun gun, as well as hunting small game, and I always kind of figured 22 mag was a pretty good all-around cartridge if that's all you had, and at one time this gun was all I had. So you ask any of those old poachers if a 22 mag will take care of a deer, and they tell you it will. So I always kind of figured if I just had to grab one gun, or only had the option or could only afford one, it'd be a 22 mag. Fortunately, I've never been in that situation. This was my only gun at one time, but that was years ago. Anyway, the last 5-6 years with the ammo scarcity, I've only seen 2 boxes of 22 mag for sale, and they were both junk. I wouldn't have bought them. So that kind of made this rifle not useful to me anymore, even though I've got some ammo for it. Since I couldn't acquire any more, I just kept the ammo I had and kept the rifle stored away. Haven't hardly shot it. What I found in my shed here, I found a box of ammo that had been exposed to water and actually been completely saturated in water and frozen all winter. I don't know how I misplaced this box of precious ammo, but I did. And also my second magazine for the rifle that was fully loaded and also completely frozen. You can see the bullets have a little bit of oxidation on them. I did wipe the magazine down, but I haven't unloaded it. And this box was filled with water that was frozen solid when I found it, and I thawed it out by the wood stove several nights ago, a week ago. And I'm just curious if that ruined the rounds. I would tend to think that it did. This was completely a solid block of ice as well, with chain and pocket lint stuck to it. It's funny that that shed got a squirrels chewed a hole in the roof, and I didn't go in there all last summer or fall and didn't realize that everything in there was getting wet. So anyway, I thought we'd do a little experiment at the end of this video, but that's not why we're here. I received a package that I knew was coming from Brad at Pipes and Kayaks. So got it a couple days ago, and I've got the time here with enough daylight to sit down and open it. So when this came, it was already, somebody had already cut through the tape on one side, but they didn't cut through the rest of the tape, so it hasn't been open. I don't know what the story is there. Maybe somebody got caught trying to do something. I don't know. Anyway, he said he was sending me some old pocket knives. Well, I smell Latakia tobacco here, so I know he sent something else. So anyway, we'll get it all cut open and see what he sent here. And I'm always happy to get old pocket knives. That's totally cool with me. I've got quite a few old pocket knives, and I like fixing them up and either selling them or giving them away. Usually giving them away, or I got anything interesting I just hang on to till I find the right person. So see what we got here. Packing material and a note right in the top of the box. Perfect. I did say this was from Brad at Pipes and Kayaks, right? If I didn't, it is. I can't remember. Huh. Says he somehow lost the taste for this tobacco. All right. Well, thank you, Brad, and we'll see what we got here. Holy crap. Wow, that smells great. Frogmorton Cellar. Never tried that. It's quite a hefty bag, too. I've never tried this tobacco. I've tried Frogmorton on the Town. Was a solid smoke for me for about a year. I still enjoy it. Oh, wow, that smells really great. Piece of oak barrel. Yeah, I know Ned Mudd, I think his current name on YouTube. He's quite fond of this blend, as are various other people. I'm sorry, Brad, that you lost your taste for it, but I'll happily smoke it. Thank you very much. Set that there. You didn't send a pipe, did you? Oh boy. Well, that's a falcon. A bent falcon. There's the pocket knives. I don't see a bowl in there, so you must know I have a falcon bowl, or I'm able to make them, huh? I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. This is my falcon. An old beater I found. The bowl that was on it was unsmokable, and I found this one not that long ago in an old pipe shop for not much. Neat bowl. Let's see if it fits this falcon that Brad sent. Very nice. Cool. I've been wanting to try one of these bent ones for some time. Oh yeah. It's an interesting bit too. It's like it hooks right behind the tooth. That's going to be good. Very cool. See what we got for pocket knives here. Let's see. Camp King. Yeah, this looks like an old Imperial fishing knife. Old beaters, like you said. Old Imperial. These were made in Providence, Rhode Island for quite a long time. I don't know if this one's probably stamped Providence. There's the scaler. Yep, Providence, USA. I can fix that up. These are just general decent working man's knives, you know. No frills. Cool old Camp King. This was kind of a Boy Scout type of knife. Sort of what was, what was the common multi-tool of its day, essentially. And a spear point blade, typically a can opener, bottle opener with a screwdriver, and usually a reamer punch, and that's what this one has. It's in very nice shape. That's awesome. A lot of the time I see these and the scales are broken off, the tip of the blade's broken, and this thing's missing. This little two-blade jackknife Colonial. I think these were made in Rhode Island too. Yeah, this was made in Rhode Island also. I've never seen one quite like this, but it's a common pattern. Little fingernail file and just a little clip point blade. Also with a lanyard ring. Celluloid scales, it looks like. Very cool, in nice shape. Looks like an electrician's knife. It says stamped high carbon steel, USA. Hawkbill blade. This is a very nice knife. This is a Colonial also, okay. Prov USA. Yeah, so this would have been made in Providence, Rhode Island also, which, that's pretty neat. And the scraper screwdriver. Oh. Which is actually a lock blade. That's a very nice knife. Never actually seen one of these with 3 blades. I've only ever seen them with 2 blades. And not with a hawkbill blade on it. So that's very interesting. So it looks like this... That one? No. The scraper screwdriver blade is actually a lock blade. It's a liner lock, the old style liner lock. Very neat. Never seen one like that. What we got in here? Last but not least, I recognize those scales without even looking at it. This is a Craftsman. It's same kind of knife, sort of the Boy Scout pattern. So I'll tell you right now, I've never seen a Craftsman with unbroken blades. This is not broken. They must have made their knives really hard, brittle, because I've yet to see one where the blade wasn't snapped off on any of the old Craftsman pocket knives with this particular kind of sort of faux antler or bone scale. Actually, that might be some kind of real bone, but I think it's composite. So that's pretty neat. And it's the same kind of thing with the can opener, screwdriver bottle opener, and a reamer. Another version of that Boy Scout pattern knife. Very cool. Never seen one like that. Brad, you sent me some stuff I've never seen before. And I've got boxes full of pocket knives. Very cool. Thank you very much. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when I shoot this rifle, so it ain't going to blow up or anything. I'll get it turned around where you can see those old propane bottles there. I just keep those there for, they're all empty and they've all been shot. So, get my hearing protection out. Now this is a safe shooting area. I'm shooting into the dirt, and there's also nothing that way but a lot of trees and bogs, so there's safe direction to shoot in. Now since I've had this rifle stored for a while, I'm going to go ahead and check the bore to make sure there's not any obstructions in it. I'm going to pull the bolt out. The gun cannot go off and it is unloaded. I'm going to look down the bore. And it is clear and clean. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. There you go. Nothing in there. Alright. Hearing protection on. See what happens here. It very likely may jam and these may not go off, so this may not be very exciting. Yep. Try again. Now, really, that first one didn't go off and I should have held it in the chamber for at least a minute because it could have been a hang fire. That was a screw up on my part, but it turned out okay. It did strike the primer. Let's load it in there and try it again. A little bit of a hang fire. So, only one round out of that entire magazine didn't work, and this was frozen solid. All those bullets were completely encased in ice, frozen solid all winter long, and only the top one didn't go off the first time, and even then it went off, but with a hang fire. So interesting. No, I wasn't target shooting. I just wanted to shoot into those to make sure that the bullets actually did exit the barrel. So, there you go. Thanks a lot, Brad. Get outside, folks.